This case is different from some of the other ones that we've seen because the school district is often the first line of defense in determining whether or not a threat is real. In 2018, following the deadly mass shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, the state of Florida passed a law requiring districts to create threat assessment teams. Those teams are responsible for evaluating the credibility of threats and often intervening with students whom they believe may pose a future risk. Let's look at it like this. Each school has a team of counselors, teachers, administrators, law enforcement experts, and they all can evaluate a reported threat. That team works with the district to then determine the person who made the threat and whether or not that person actually poses a risk to the school. They ask questions like this. Has this person engaged in any attack-related behaviors? Does this person have the capacity to carry out an act of violence? And does the person see violence as an acceptable, desirable, or the only way to solve problems? These questions, along with so many other factors like access to firearms, help the team determine whether or not a threat can be called credible. Those credible threats are then passed along to law enforcement for a deeper investigation or to the school district to assess what's next based on the team's recommendation. But the school districts are also required to report all incidents to the state of Florida. And from that point, it's the state that tries to determine whether or not more school safety funding is needed. The Florida Office of Safe Schools says during the 2019-2020 school year, 20% of the 248 school threats made against Lee County schools did get reported to law enforcement. During the next school year, 13% of the 204 threats made were reported to law enforcement. But in 2021-2022, the third year in this, the number of school threats jumped up to 456. Only 11% of those got reported to law enforcement. Fox 4 is looking into the rising trend that we're seeing for those school threats and also connecting with districts, all the ones here in Southwest Florida, to see what that means for school safety moving forward.